Yeah, done.
Yes, ma'am. Now you can.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, you take over now. Okay, please see
Yes,
the
ma'am.
situations and students are entering. Okay, yes, students. Good morning, all of you. All of you, please mute yourself. Who is unmute? So I hope all of you have completed chapter of geography which we have covered. Because after the class, I will be asking for the correction work. Someone is unmute. Meenakshi ma'am, please check. It was Aryan Rai. Okay, so up to
Ma'am,
where we
I
have covered, I hope all of you have gone for the self reading from the chapter. Okay, so I will just recapitulate the things first, then we can continue further. So we are starting about the revolt of 1857, the background things, how it led to the revolt, and what would be the consequences after the revolt, what changes the British government would bring in the Indian society. Okay, so I have told you to relate with the previous chapter. We have covered from trade to territory, then ruling the countryside. So what all things that were brought by the British people, Indian people, they were not happy with that at all. Okay, so somehow that Cold War was going on between the Britishers and the Indians, but there was Indians were not in enough power to put up a fight against the British. But they had to organize themselves first. They had to communicate. So many things were there which were taken into consideration before putting up a big revolt against the Britishers. So this revolt of 1857 was a huge revolt which led to the results which could have been brought us independence, but somehow there were the Britishers, they were again able to regain the control. Okay, how that all we were going to study in this. So we had covered that Nawabs, how Nawabs lost their power, what were the reasons that they had to lost their authority and power. So I told you that residents had been stationed in many courts. I've explained you all these things in detail. So freedoms of the rulers reduced, their armed forces were reduced, and their revenues and territories were taken away. So you can relate these things with the previous chapters which we have covered. Okay, so this is the time which we are talking about when all that policies were going on. So after you know that Battle of Plassey was there in 1757. After that, Battle of Buxar took place in 1764. So after the Battle of Buxar, they started appointing these residents in the courts, and they started interfering in the internal affairs of the courts. So this was not acceptable for the Nawabs and the kings. So they felt that they are losing their power. So somehow many ruling families tried to negotiate with the company to protect their interest, like Rani Lakshmi Bai was there. So you know that there was a policy, doctrine of lapse, according to which if there is no natural male here, so then the kingdom would lapse into the Britishers. So these rulers, they tried to put up their request that time, but company, they turned down these pleas. So I, this Rani Lakshmi Bai, you know that her the son which you see when you see the picture of Rani Lakshmi Bai, she is always fighting on the horse and carrying a baby on her back. So that baby which she is carrying, that is her adopted son. The first real son of Rani Lakshmibai died due to some reason. So then that son is an adopted son, and you know that the company did not give provisions to hand over the kingdom to the adopted sons. So they put up the request, but somehow they turned down. So Nana Sahib was also a adopted son of Peshwa Bajirao too. So then this led to the revolt. You know that Awadh was the last territory to be annexed, and subsidiary alliance was there. According to that Lord Dalhousie was there, so he found that there is misgovernance in the territory, so that's why British rule was required. But the main motive was to end the Mughal dynasty. So company's plan was to end the Mughal dynasty. For that, what they started doing, first of all, they removed the pictures of the Mughal king from the coins minted by the company. Then in 1849, they announced that after the death of Bahadur Shah Jafar, the family would be shifted from the Red Fort and given another place to reside in. And Governor General Canning, he also announced that Bahadur Shah Zafar would be the last Mughal king, and his descendants would just be called princes. So motive was that they wanted to end the Mughal dynasty. Then in countryside also, we have read in Ruling the Countryside that they introduced permanent settlement, डाल दिया था उन्होंने 1793 में. Then Mahalwadi system in 1822. So these situations were prevailing that time, and these peasants were under a huge debt. They were not able to pay the high taxes. Their method of collections were rigid. Then as a result they lost land to the Britishers. So then Sepoys' problems were that they were unhappy about their pays, allowances were not good enough, and conditions of service were not uh, compromisable with them. So new rules were introduced which violated their religious sentiments, sensibilities, and beliefs. I told you that they introduced greased cartilages from the Britain. They brought that had a layer of pig and cow fat on them. So that agreement was there, and they were forced to sign the agreement to serve the company in overseas expeditions. I told you that they had the belief that if they would cross the sea, then their religion and caste would lost. So also Sepoys were unhappy with what was happening in the countryside, because Sepoys were linked with the peasants. Their family background was from the rural area, so they had their relations with the peasants. So the peasants were already frustrated, and Sepoys were also being frustrated by the Britishers. So they both joined with each other for this revolt. Then how they responded to the reforms. Reforms are the changes which were brought up by the Britishers. So what were the changes first of all? So you know that British officials, they believed, उनको ऐसा लगता था that Indian society had to be reformed, had to be changed. So some changes which they brought up, like laws were passed to stop the practice of sati. You know what is sati pratha? In sati pratha, that a woman is forced to burn herself alive on the fire of her husband. Fire means chita. So she was burnt alive with the husband. If the husband is dead, so she was forced to sit. Some women, they did it themselves, and some women were forced to do that. So these laws were passed. These laws were passed to stop the practice of sati. See now, कि कुछ चीजें थी, some things were there which were good from the Britishers side, कि उन्होंने ये चीजें stop करने की कोशिश की. But the thing was that Indian people, they were having that mentality that these cultures and traditions are given up by our ancestors, कि हमारे ancestors ने ऐसा किया है, and these have been originated from a long time, and we will continue these kind of cultures and traditions in the future also. So they felt कि जो Britishers हैं, they are trying to exploit their religion, customs, and traditions. So they were adamant enough that they will not change their traditions and cultures, means what all is coming from behind, so they will pass on to next. But these Britishers, they felt that this is wrong, that burning the woman alive on the husband's fire is wrong. So this tradition is wrong. So they tried to stop it, but Indian people were not agree to stop these cultures and traditions. So they encouraged the remarriage of widows also. This is also good thing. Now, if you think of women empowerment now, so these are good things on the women part. So encourage the remarriage of widows. So they said that Indian people used to think that if husband died, so then the woman had to live throughout as a widow only of that man. But they encouraged the remarriage of widows. They said that why a woman should suffer the whole life if the husband died. So these were the things which were brought up by the British. ये जो कुछ चीजें थी that were good, which we now think as good, but that time if you think about that time, these things were not good according to the Indian people. So they felt that these Britishers, they wanted to destroy their religion. And then English language education was promoted. In 1850, a new law was passed to make conversion to Christianity easier. So what they wanted to do, the Britishers wanted that the Indian people should leave their Hindu and Muslim religion and they should take over to Christianity. And they said that if you will become Christian, then you will have the right to inherit the property of your father. So these were the things that they implemented to lure the Indian people to become Christians. That if they will become Christians, then they can inherit the property of their ancestors. But there were problems, you know, that these things, though some were good, some were bad, but problems that many Indians, they began to feel that the British were destroying their religion. कि उनका religion destroy कर रहे हैं, their social customs were destroyed, and their traditional way of life was being disturbed by the Britishers. So then what happened at the time of that, during when this revolt was taking place? So through the eyes of the people, on page number 53, come open up on your in your history book on page number 53, through the eyes of the people. So in this paragraph, what they are saying, that to get a glimpse of what people were thinking those days about British rule. So इसमें दो example दिए हैं. They are talked about two personalities in this paragraph, source 1 and source 2. So in one, first is that there was one Brahman from a village in Maharashtra. One Brahman was there named Vishnu Bhatt Godse. एक ब्राह्मण था विष्णु भट्ट गोडसे एंड ही रोट वन बुक. द बुक नेम वाज माझा प्रवास. ठीक है, इसमें लिखा हुआ है ऑन पेज नंबर 53. यू कैन अंडरलाइन फ्रॉम द वेरी इन द सोर्स 1. In the heading is the list of 84 rules. So these list of 84 rules. So what the people used to think about that, because that time, because when these things were happening by the British, so how Indian people took these things, what were their perspectives? So first source says that there was a Brahman named Vishnu Bhatt Godse who wrote one book in Majha Pravas. So in Majha Pravas से एक extract इन्होंने mention किया है. They have mentioned one paragraph from the book in which what is happening. So one day what was happening, that Vishnu Bhatt Godse with his uncle, he was going to Mathura to attend one yajan. A yajan is a religious function, you can say. So Vishnu Bhatt Godse was going to Mathura with his uncle to attend one religious function, and on the way what happened? On the way he met some sepoys. So that time, you know, rebel was going to start. They were revolting against the Britishers. So उनको सिपाही मिले and who told them? उन्होंने क्या बोला? That they should not proceed on the journey. So the sepoy said that they should not proceed on the journey because a massive upheaval was going to break out in the 3 days. So what they said, that you should not carry on, you should not move ahead, you should not go to Mathura because a massive revolt is going to break out in another 3 days. So then the sepoy said what they said. So this is the paragraph from the book which he has written, Majha Pravas. He said, the English were determined to wipe out the religions of the Hindus and Muslims. Means the English, they wanted to destroy the religions of Hindus and Muslims. They had made a list of 84 rules. So उन्होंने 84 rules की list बनाई and announced these in a gathering of all the big kings and princes in Calcutta. So they called up one meeting, and in that meeting they announced that this is the list of 84 rules which we have made, and you have to follow these rules. So what happened as a result? They said that the kings refused. अब kings ने क्या किया? They refused to accept these rules. उन्होंने वो जो list of 84 rules को refuse कर दिया, and they warned the English of dire consequences. Dire means seriously, extremely serious consequences and massive upheaval if these are implemented. So the king said, the kings and Nawab said, they said that if you will, they said to the Britishers that if you would implement these 84 rules in our kingdoms, then you be ready to face the dire consequences, because we are not going to accept these 84 rules made by you. So that the kings all returned to their capitals in great anger. So they came to the meeting and they went back in great anger. All the big people began making plans. So then they started making plans to put up a strong fight, strong rebellion against the Britishers. A date was fixed for the war of religion, and the secret plan had been circulated from the cantonment in Meerut by letters sent to different cantonments. So from where this fire ignited, ये जो रिवोल्ट की रिबेलियन रिवोल्ट ऑफ 1857 की जो फायर थी दैट इग्नाइटेड इन मेरठ, मेरठ से स्टार्ट हुई थी. ओके, इन मेरठ इट स्टार्टेड एंड that list of 84 rules was the main agenda that they said that you have to follow them, but kings refused. So then they said that we
I'm
will
sorry
not
to
follow.
interrupt.
Yes,
Ma'am, sorry to interrupt. Ma'am, what were the 84 rules?
बचे 84 rules the same which we have studied. We have हम क्या पढ़ते आ रहे हैं ब्रिटिशर्स से? All that rules
And their
and policies
were the
yes
84 rules.
yes same. Means somehow some they refined, they manipulated, but that that all rules were not in the favor of the Indian people, because they wanted to dominate, right? So these are all are the rules which we have been studying since this trade and territory ruling the countryside. So that all rules and policies were included in these also, and some more new harsh policies were there which we will study later on. So then they said that no, we will not accept this. So then you be ready. If you could implement these, then you be ready for the consequences. So this was the first example from the people's eye. This Vishnu Bhatt Godse has written in his book Majha Prabhas. And then there was one more example on the next page, that is source 2. Source 2 said there was soon excitement in every regiment. So one more person was there who was a sepoy in British army. So he was Subedar Sitaram Pandey. So see, one perspective was in the perspective was against the Britishers. They supported the rebel, but one more perspective was there that some people they joined, they helped Britishers only. So that was divide and rule policy. This they used to do. So there some people from the kingdom only, they were so loyal to the Britishers and they were given very lucrative, attractive perks by the Britishers to lure them that you be with us and we will make you Nawab, as we have seen in previously also. So mindset of the people was there. Some people were favoring, some people were against. So somehow, if you say that that time, if we would have gathered together and we would have shown unity in great number, that can be in 1857 only we would have got the independence. But you know that there were loopholes somewhere. So some people were with the Britishers only. So this Subedar Sitaram Pandey, we cannot say that he was wrong, but he served British army for 40 years. 40 years उसने British army को serve किया, and he was loyal to the British army. उसने बोला कि मैं 40 साल I have served them, so why should I betray them? And though his son was a rebel, इसका अपना बेटा rebel था, his son was a rebel and he was killed in front of his eyes. But still he was so loyal to the Britishers that he did not go against the Britishers. So he served for 40 years, and then he was also convinced by his commanding officer Norgate. His commanding officer was there, Norgate. He told him to write his memoirs. Memoirs means a historical account. Historical account from personal knowledge. For example, if I have seen something happening in front of my eyes, so that I can write in my book because I have experienced those things. So that is a personal historical account from personal knowledge. That is called memoir. So then he completed writing in 1861. Subedar Sitaram Pandey, he wrote in Awadhi language, and that book which he wrote, the name of the book was From Sepoy to Subedar. The name of the book was From Sepoy to Subedar, and in that book he had mentioned that how that revolt ignited and what were the reasons why it happened. But in that book which he had written, he had favored Britishers. So he said that we should not be disloyal to them because they have been our masters. So there were different perspectives of the people that time. Some people were against, some people were in favor also. So this, you can say this is also one of the reasons that why we did not get the independence so soon. Because we had you can say culprits or cheaters in between among us only, who used to leak out the information to the Britishers. Okay, so then next is a mutiny. So in you can read this paragraph on your own on page number 54 and 55, this pink paragraph. So these paragraphs are from his book, From Sepoy to Subedar. In that he has mentioned about that cow and pig fat also. Earlier there was nothing. Earlier Indian army was also, Indian sepoys were also using these cartridges, but somehow they got the information from somewhere that these cartridges were greased with pig and cow fat. Then they started refusing that. So in that he had favored Britishers, that they had been our masters and they had nothing they had done in so many years to insult us. So then now also they could not do anything to insult us. So he was favoring the Britishers. But so this is the person's, one person's perspective is there. We cannot change that. But that time, so in this paragraph, through the eyes of the people, we have learned that some people were in favor, some people were against them. So then next comes a mutiny becomes a popular rebellion. What is a mutiny? Mutiny means then when group of people they start disobeying their orders of their officials. ठीक है, एक तरह से जैसे गदर मच जाना means there is no unity, means if the British are saying them to follow some rules, they are not they are refusing it and they are not following it. So that results in mutiny. So mutiny is a small level, and when this mutiny is done by so many people, means so many people in large number they join in, they jump in to join this mutiny, then this mutiny becomes a rebellion. So rebellion is a big word, mutiny is small. Okay, so this mutiny led to a rebellion because so many people joined. Because you know ऐसे होता है कि if someone is rebelling, because all people were frustrated somehow because of the harsh rules and policies of the Britishers. So when they saw that people had started revolting against the Britishers, so they also saw a ray of hope that we could be independent also if we could join them. And the sepoys, they were going from village to village, they were gathering people, they were telling them, they were convincing to join the rebel. So that's why this rebellion was able to make a huge in number. So that's why it was a big revolt, because so many people joined it. And it was not that this was the first time happening. Struggles rise. In the first paragraph, they said that struggles rise. And this was not the first time that the struggle was happening in Britishers and Indians. This was there since a long time, but this time this struggle was on a very big level, and see, to break the power of the state. So this struggle was to break the power of the state, means they should break down, and once the system breaks down, then it is easy to win over that system. And for such a situation to develop, people have to organize. See, if we are planning something, if we want to achieve something on a very big level, so we have to plan also according to that. Means we have to go according to the planning, we have to organize ourselves, we have to communicate, we have to take initiatives, and we have to display the confidence to turn the situation around. So that time, this was the, you can say, passion of the people. They became confident that they can turn the situation around, because they were winning over. Slowly means they were defeating the Britishers, and that how that led to the gain of confidence. कि अगर हम छोटी एक जीतते हैं, if we have a small win, that bring a confidence in us that okay, if we can win here, we can win more. So that winning feeling was there, that gave them the confidence to turn the situation around. So such a situation developed in the northern parts of India in 1857. 1857 में northern parts of India में ऐसी ही situation आ गई, that people gathered together and they started revolting, and they got this success also to some extent. Now, so the English East India Company faced a massive rebellion that started in May 1857. बहुत ज़्यादा बड़ी rebellion थी जो East India Company ने face की. So sepoys mutinied in several places beginning from Meerut. So which was the starting point of this revolt of 1857? It started in Meerut. And it was the biggest armed resistance to colonialism. You can see on page number 55, last line, you read it, that some regard it, underline this, biggest armed resistance to colonialism in the 19th century anywhere in the world. So this revolt of 1857 was the biggest armed resistance. Then what happened? अब क्या हुआ next? So from Meerut to Delhi. So now they said, ठीक है, now they started, उन्होंने मतलब एक revolt तो छेड़ दी. They started a revolt which resulted into a rebellion. Then they thought that what would next? कि अब हम आगे क्या करें? Means if the Britishers are not there to rule us, then whom we would work under? Because that time they were saying that who would be our king then? Who would be our king then? Whom we would work under? Then someone suggested that it could be Bahadur Shah Zafar. Okay, Bahadur Shah Zafar, who was a king, a Mughal king that time, who was living in Red Fort. So they said, fine, then we will go to Delhi to convince Bahadur Shah Zafar to be our king. So then they started from Meerut to Delhi. And on March, and before that, something happened which added more to the revolt. So what happened? The very first line of this paragraph you see, on 29th March 1857, a young soldier, Mangal Pandey, was hanged to death. So, you know, see, these personalities were so powerful that they contributed in this rebellion, which was leading to a big destruction to the Britishers. So you must have seen Mangal Pandey pe ek movie bhi thi of Amir Khan, if anybody has watched that movie. So why these movies,
Ma'am,
you know?
Mangal Pandey the Rising.
Yes. And one more, Rani Ki Jhansi pe bhi ek aur movie hai, if anybody can name. Yes.
Manikarnika.
Very good. Yesterday I was watching that movie. Yesterday I was watching Manikarnika, and you know, see, they are getting so much to display in the movie. When you watch, you should watch these kind of movies because it will make you, it will gain more interest in history. Then you will come to know that how, what kind of aggression they showed. कि कैसा aggression कैसे treat करते थे ये kings को, and so that's why they are able to make the movies ना. Movies तभी बनती हैं कि अगर कोई content मिलता है. So lot of content is there. We are reading history, but one part of history अगर एक personality को ले लो ना, there is so much to study about that. Now Mangal Pandey, only 3-4 lines are mentioned here, but if you go to the details of this autobiography of Mangal Pandey, you read his life story, it is tremendous. Means what all he has done, Rani Lakshmi Bai. So these people were so powerful also, but somehow they were not able to gain their control because they had to work under that. So yesterday I was watching this Manikarnika. Usme bhi first they show that his husband was there, Rani Lakshmi Bai's husband. He was not able to do, means he felt so helpless, and he said that though this kingdom is mine, but really I feel that this is not mine because I'm not able to do anything on my own, because they had to work under the Britishers. So then this Rani Lakshmi Bai came, and when his husband died first, and first he had her real son, but that real son also died, and then she adopted one son. So the son which she was fighting for, this was my adopted son, and you know that doctrine of lapse is there, in which there is, if they say that if they have no natural male here, then the kingdom would lapse. So these kind of harsh policies were there. You can watch out these movies, wonderful movies, and how the conversation between the Britishers and the Indians to take place. That is wonderful to see. So see what happened on 29th March 1857, a young soldier, Mangal Pandey, was hanged to death. And why? What was the reason? The reason was only that he attacked the officers, he attacked the British officers in Barrackpur. So normally, frequently there was a conflict between, because you know these Indian sepoys were treated as very, you can say, what is the right word now here? They were treated low. Yeah, kind of servants, you can say. They were treated very low by the British sepoys. British sepoys, they were
discrimination.
Yes, discrimination was there. Very good. That is the right word. So discrimination was there, means they were getting good alliances and they were not getting. So that led to conflicts between the Indian and the British sepoys. So Mangal Pandey, he was hanged to death on in 1857 just because of attacking some officers in Barakpur. And followed by this, after that, what happened? Sepoys of the regiment at Meerut refused to do the army drill using the new cartridges. So here this new cartridges concept is there. I told you that they deliberately brought up these new cartridges which were greased with cow and pig fat. Why? Because Britishers, they wanted to convert the Indians into Christians. They wanted to destroy their religion. They wanted to exploit their religions. And you know that if they were so orthodox that if they would touch meat or eat meat which is against their religion, that they will feel that their religion is exploited. So this was the reason that deliberately they brought up these greased cartridges from the Britain to exploit their religion. And first of all, they were doing that. And earlier, when the Indian sepoys, they came to know that these cartridges are being coated with the fat of cows and pigs, they refused. They said, we will not do the army drill using these cartridges because they that were against their religious sentiments. So as a result of that, कि सिर्फ इतनी सी बात थी कि that they refused to do the army drill using these new greased cartridges. As a result, what happened? 85 sepoys were dismissed from the service. Service से सीधा उनको निकाल दिया 85 sepoys को and sentenced to 10 years in jail for disobeying their officers. So see how cruel they were, how harsh they were, that 85 dismissed and then 10 they sentenced to 10 years in jail for disobeying their officers. Now what happened? No, now other Indian sepoys were there. उनको तो बहुत बुरा लगा. They felt means a lot of things that time, that how could they do that? So what happened? As a result, they also started fighting against the British soldiers, and they were so, it happens like if someone is hurt so badly, then even one person who is hurt so badly can fight against 10 persons, because one is the physical strength, but another is mental strength. If that mental strength comes and if both of them combine, then I think two people can take down 20 people if physical and mental strength combine. So they were you can say they were they were so angry from inside. They were furious on this behavior, that how could they do that? So that's why they joined together and then they went to the jail. They attacked on British officers, they beat them, and then they got those 85 sepoys back and they released those. It is written there on second paragraph. Yes. What was the response? The response of the other Indian soldiers in Meerut was quite extraordinary. What happened? On 10th May, the soldiers marched to the jail in Meerut and released the imprisoned sepoys. They attacked and killed British officers. So see, as a result, what happened? They marched to the jail in Meerut and released the imprisoned sepoys. They captured the guns. उन्होंने उनकी guns को capture कर लिया, ammunition को capture कर लिया, उनको मार दिया, set fire to the buildings and properties of the British. Means they were so furious that this came as a burst of anger. It came out that how could you do that? So then as a result, they declared war on Firangis. उन्होंने war declare कर दिया. Firangis is a word used for the foreigners. Okay, so they declared war on the foreigners, and the soldiers were determined this time to bring an end to the British rule. So they were determined. They said, now no more, enough we have taken. Now it's your turn. We will end your British rule. So, but who would rule the land instead? So these sepoys, they would, no doubt they started, they put up a revolt, but then they said that who would rule the land instead? The answer came, the Mughal Emperor Bahadur Shah Zafar. So what happened? They went to the... Yes.
Ma'am, the 1 minute is remaining, so we need to rejoin.
Okay, yes. Wait 1 minute, 20 seconds is there. So I just want to finish this one. So what happened? So triumphant soldiers. Triumphant means who has experienced win. Okay, who has got victory over. Small victory was there, that they had killed the British officer. They have released their 85 sepoys out of the jail. So that led to gain confidence in them, and they said that we will go to Red Fort now. So they started marching towards Delhi to meet the Bahadur Shah Zafar, and the emperor was not quite willing to change the mighty British power. So what happened when they went to Bahadur Shah Zafar, they talked to him, but will he be ready? Would he be ready to join them or not? So that we will study in next one. So up to here you read it and then you find out. I will ask you tomorrow that whether Bahadur Shah Zafar accepted the request or not. Okay. So that we will study there. So we have covered up to page number 56. Please read it yourself. It is very interesting to read, and watch the movies also if you get time. Clear? And work I will ask after the class. Wait, I will put one message in the class group for the chapter geography to be corrected. So